Are you monitoring for chronic and excessive overdraft usage? Hi there, this is Jared Moyer with Bankers Compliance Consulting. Monitoring is just one of the many overdraft-related best practices and guidances that's out there. Today I want to talk a little bit about that specific best practice. So, monitoring for chronic and excessive use. We need to define a few things. What's chronic and excessive use? Well, the regulation says it's more than 6 occasions in a rolling 12 months. And I know what many of you are thinking, what's an occasion? Any type of overdraft-related incident. So an NSF charge, an overdraft charge, a return check charge, a continuous or extended overdraft fee, each one of those would be a single occasion. Now I know the next conclusion you all made. You're going, wait a minute, I had a handful of those before 8:30 a.m. this morning. You're probably right. It's a very fine or stringent red line that they drew on this. So the monitoring aspect, you need to be able to identify these chronic and excessive overdrafters. And then the next step is to make what they call meaningful follow-up. So somehow we need to be able to identify or track this. We're looking for the 7th occasion during a rolling 12 months when we look backwards. Then we're going to step in and we're going to do this meaningful follow-up. Now, the meaningful follow-up is really twofold. And the first one's very simple. It's simply sending this thing called an enhanced periodic statement. And what it comes down to is a message that goes on the periodic statement that encourages them to contact you and see if there's something you can help them out with. Now, many people go, well, why can't I just put this message on every periodic statement? It wouldn't be meaningful then. Now, I'm not sure exactly how meaningful it is when you just put it on the chronic and excessive either, because I don't think the effect is real great, but let me explain. So let's say I'm the chronic and excessive overdrafter. My next periodic statement that you're going to fold up and send to me is going to have this special statement message. Now, here's where the effect comes in that I don't think is all that great. Again, I'm the chronic and excessive overdrafter here. So you're going to send me this message. It's got in an envelope and it's got your bank's name and logo on it. And when I get it, I'm going to go, that's from the bank. They know I don't have any money. I know I don't have any money. This is probably just something that's going to remind me of that, and I'm going to tear it up and I'm going to throw it in the wastebasket. Again, I don't know the effect's that great, but it does allow you to very easily check the monitoring box and the follow-up with respect to this best practice. Now, the second type of follow-up that fits into this meaningful bucket is a thing called targeted outreach. This is the human intervention. Again, I think there needs to be a combination of both. I would definitely turn that statement on when somebody hits a 7th occasion. That's simple. This one's a little harder to implement from a procedural standpoint, but I think it's also necessary. So I've become this chronic and excessive overdrafter, and maybe the periodic statements aren't working for me, and you're wondering, well, how can we get Jared on the straight and narrow here? So the human intervention is like, pick up the phone and call me. Now, the problem with this, I'm going to see that this is you calling, bank, and I'm going to go, that's the bank. They know I don't have any money. I know I don't have any money, so I'm not sure what there is to talk about here, and I don't answer the phone or I hang it up. In any event, you need to have something, in my opinion, to address this best practice expectation. And this is just one of the many expectations out there. If you're looking for help and guidance in that area, I'd love to have you join us and let us be part of that solution for you. On June 5th, we're going to be doing a 2-hour webinar titled Overdraft Requirements and Best Practices. We're going to be providing you the plain English take on all of those expectations that are out there. Let us be part of that solution so that you can get back to doing what you do best. That's serving your customers. Thanks.